Okay, if everybody will make their way to their seats. I think everybody's just about through eating. Hope everyone enjoyed the meal. Everyone please give Myers Catering a hand back there in the corner. I think they did a terrific job, like always. Let's see. First thing we'll do, I'll talk to you a few minutes. We've got a couple different people here representing different bike shops. And Byron Hager's back there, and they got a representative from down at Statesville at the shop, and at Hickory, and a couple will want to talk. I'll talk a little bit about everything we're going to go through for just a minute. The first thing we'll probably do in just a few minutes, we'll get a group photo. I know a lot of people's going to take photographs. We'll get a group photo, get all the riders up here in front of the trophies, and get a group photo. I've set 3 chairs up here. When we start giving the awards away later on tonight, individual awards, and we call out your class and your rider, if you want to come up and sit in one of those chairs and take photographs, then that's fine. That's what it's there for, right in front of the stage here. And we'll give away the trophies. And what we do at Daniels Ridge too, and most of you, I'm sure, as you know, on the flyer, we take $5 everybody's rider's entry fee and put in a pot and give back to the top riders in the class. So if you've got a trophy up here, you also get an envelope with cash in it. We've done that for years. Didn't have a whole lot of money compared to last year. We have $3,775, and that sounds like a lot of money to me, but we were about triple, almost triple that last winter. That's just a part of the economy. Love everybody to come out and ride with us, and I hope the lead law, that's hit it hard, and the economy's, I mean, it's terrible all over the country, but I'm glad to see everybody come out and rode that's able to. Well, with that said, we'll give back $3,775 in cash. If you're a rider, and I think there's some things on each table that shows what place you're in, everybody should know, obviously. If you're a first place rider, you're going to get a trophy, obviously, and you're going to get an envelope with $100 in it. Check that envelope, and we double check, so I'm sure it's right. But there are $100 for first place. Every second place rider is going to get $75. Every third place rider will get $60, and every fourth place rider will get $50. And with that said, it's $3,775. We'll give that away. The next thing we'll go to is the prizes. All these gifts were given to us from the bike shops as sponsorship gifts, and we've got probably 22, 23 sponsors. We get about 10 or 12 of them during the summer series and 10 or 12 during the winter series, and they give us gifts. They're not making a lot of money right now. I mean, honestly, they're not. It's hard to get stuff, but we appreciate everything that we do get. With that said, when you go to some of the bike shops, please thank them for being a sponsor of Daniels Ridge, because the more stuff they give us, the more you guys get. We don't keep any of it. None of that money that everybody will get. Let's see what else I have. The last thing we'll do after we give away all the gifts, and this will go rather quickly. There are not a whole lot of riders here. There's 43 awards up here. There's only like 26, 27 riders, because a lot of riders rode 2 classes. But there'll be 43 awards. That'll go fairly quick. We'll do the trophies and the money first, then we'll do the small gifts. The last thing is, we have the last couple winters been giving bikes away. As many of you probably know, the lead law has affected us. You can't buy a motorcycle, I believe this is right, and Byron will probably touch on this, intended for a kid 12 or under. Can't buy a 50cc motorcycle, a 60cc motorcycle, or a KLX 110. I think it was in there. What we did, we're going to give some cash back. We're going to give $1,200 2 times. So instead of giving a KLX 110 away, you're going to get $1,200, and that'll be cash. It's not a check, so don't tell the IRS. But $1,200, that'll be 2 of those. That's what we're going to do. That's about all I have. I'll let Byron Hager with Hager Cycles down at Rock Hill. Byron, if you want to walk toward the front, I think he wants to say a word. He's been with us for several years, comes out to the banquets all the way from Rock Hill, and we love to have him. He's got some bikes over here, obviously, he's trying to sell. That's the gifts you got from the table when you came in. I think he's going to talk about those. That's who donated those. Give him just a minute to get up front. Let's see. Thomas may want to take the mic and do a spiel too for your bike shop. No? Maybe? Yeah, he said yeah.
I promise I'll be brief. I just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting us in the past, and all the riders that we have come to South Carolina. Those of you who do not know, we're from Rock Hill. We're only about 10 minutes south of Charlotte city limits, down I-77, so we're pretty easy to get to. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I'm going to try to get through this. I promise I'll get done quick. We gave you some koozies. For those who don't get one at the table, grab you one. I got bags of them up there. Catch them. Everybody get one. For your favorite cold beverage this summer, whatever it may be. Works good on sodas and other canned drinks. We also, Lord has blessed us. We opened up 13 years ago, going on 14, I think. Anyway, we've been really blessed. And those of you who have ever bought a new motorcycle or an ATV, you get an owner's manual. And in my experience, most people do not read their owner's manuals, but some of them do. If you get through life and you're having problems and you can't figure out what's wrong, I brought some owner's manuals. It's owner's manuals for humans. You're welcome to one. It's technically God's Word for today's riders. It's the international version, and it's in the New Testament, so it's easy to read, and it will help you. I wanted to take just a minute and address some of the stuff with the government that we're all dealing with, and it's affected everybody's pocket. And again, I'll go through this real brief. I heard one time recently a guy told me that it was pretty expensive. One of the customers coming out said it's pretty expensive to race, and I said, yeah, it is. I agree, because I race hare scrambles with at Richie's track and Richards when they run the hare scrambles, and it's a riding that's 2 hours non-stop, other than getting keyed in. So when you get a little older, some of you younger folks that like to do a lot of jumping, we like to stay on the ground when we get older, so we get a little more seat time in than a 15, 20-minute moto, and then rest an hour and then get another one. But the customer says to me it's just expensive, and I said, you know, you're right, it is expensive because I race. But the thing that he and I started talking about was the fact that he has children, and I do too, and you know, if you don't spend time with your children, doing things with them as they're younger and as they grow up, teenagers, and spend time outdoors and do things together, I can promise you from personal experience, not with my personal children, but with my brother and some other young folks that I grew up with, if you don't spend time with them and get them disciplined correctly, you'll wind up spending time visiting them in the places that most people don't want to be, incarcerated. And you'll spend a lot of money on attorneys, and you'll spend a lot of money on getting them out of jail for drugs and alcohol abuse. So I'm asking you to consider everything. I made a few notes, just challenge you to think about it. And once you spend a little time with them, as I know a lot of people, Vaughn's sitting up close up here, and I know a lot of other people in here spend a lot of time with their kids or you wouldn't be here tonight. So I think you need to pat yourself on the back and congratulate yourself and your neighbors, because it's really important later on in life that the kids will come back and say, you know, and my kids did this for me, Dad, I really didn't want to do those things, but I'm glad you made me do what I was supposed to do. And mine are now in their 20s, and they come back and say, you know, I really am glad that you took the time to spend with me and discipline me correctly. So